New opportunities are forming fast. Okay, so Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords showed up together, and I feel like this is going to land for a lot of you. Because this is not a gentle, take your time, light a candle and journal kind of new beginning. This is the universe handing you a sword and saying go. This is momentum and clarity showing up at the exact same time, which honestly does not happen that often. And if you have been feeling stuck or confused or like you are waiting for some kind of sign, this is it. This is the sign. This combination is telling you that the new beginning you have been wanting is not going to arrive quietly. It is going to require you to move with intention and think with precision. And yeah, maybe that sounds intense, but I promise it is actually exciting once you stop resisting it. So before we go deeper, I want you to take a second and just notice how you are feeling right now. Because if this reading found you today, there is a reason. Maybe you have been overthinking something. Maybe you have been waiting for permission. Maybe you have been telling yourself you are not ready yet. Whatever it is, just notice it, because these two cards are about to cut through all of that noise and show you what is actually possible when you stop second-guessing yourself and start trusting the sharpness of your own mind. This is not about being reckless. This is about being decisive, and there is a huge difference. Okay, so the Knight of Swords. This card is pure forward motion. Like, this is the person who sees the goal and just goes for it. No hesitation, no looking back, no waiting for the perfect moment. The Knight of Swords does not sit around making pros and cons lists for 3 weeks. The Knight of Swords makes a decision and then acts on it immediately. And I know that can feel scary if you are someone who likes to have all the information first. But here is what I am seeing with this card right now. The new beginning that is opening up for you is time sensitive. Not in a stressful way, but in a this window is not going to stay open forever kind of way. The energy is fast, it is sharp, it is direct, and it is asking you to match that energy. This is not the time to be passive or to wait and see what happens. This is the time to be the person who makes things happen. And I know that might sound like a lot of pressure, but I actually think it is the opposite. Because when you move with this kind of clarity and speed, you do not have time to spiral into fear or doubt. You just act, and then you adjust as you go. The Knight of Swords is not about having a perfect plan. It is about having enough courage to start before you feel ready, and that is exactly what this new beginning is going to require from you. There is something you already know you need to do. Maybe it is applying for something. Maybe it is having a conversation. Maybe it is ending something that has been draining you. Maybe it is starting something that scares you a little bit. Whatever it is, you already know what it is, and this card is saying stop waiting, stop preparing, stop telling yourself you will do it next week or next month or when you feel more confident. Do it now, because the momentum is here. The wind is literally at your back, and if you wait too long you are going to miss it. The Knight of Swords is also about communication, so this new beginning might involve you speaking up in a way you have not before. It might involve you being more direct or more honest or more bold with your words, and I know that can feel vulnerable, but this card is reminding you that clarity is a gift. When you say what you mean and you mean what you say, you stop wasting time on things that were never meant for you. You stop leaving room for misunderstandings or half-truths. You just cut straight to the point. And yeah, not everyone is going to love that, but the people who are meant to be in your life will respect it, and the opportunities that are meant for you will respond to it. So if you have been holding back or softening your message or trying to be polite when you really just need to be clear, this is your permission to stop doing that. The new beginning on the other side of this is going to require you to use your voice like a weapon. Not to hurt anyone, but to protect your own energy and to claim what is yours. Now the Queen of Swords. This is where it gets really interesting, because the Queen of Swords is not impulsive like the Knight. The Queen of Swords is strategic. The Queen of Swords has already been through it. She has already made the mistakes. She has already learned the lessons. And now she moves with wisdom and precision. She does not waste her time or her energy on anything that does not align with her highest good. She does not let people manipulate her or guilt trip her or pull her into drama. She sees through it all, and she makes decisions based on truth, not on emotion. So when you combine the Knight and the Queen, what you're getting is this incredibly powerful energy of fast action backed by clear thinking. You're not just charging forward blindly, you're charging forward with a plan. You're not just speaking up. You're speaking up with intention. You're not just starting something new. You're starting something that actually makes sense for where you are trying to go. And that is what makes this such a potent combination for new beginnings. Because you are not acting out of desperation or fear or pressure. You're acting out of clarity. The Queen of Swords is also about boundaries. And I think that is a huge part of this new beginning for a lot of you. Because in order to step into this next chapter, you are going to have to let go of some things that have been taking up space in your life. Maybe it is people who do not respect you. Maybe it is habits that are not serving you anymore. Maybe it is beliefs about yourself that are just not true. The Queen of Swords does not hold on to things out of guilt or obligation. She only keeps what is aligned. And she releases everything else without apology. So as you are moving into this new beginning, you are also being asked to cut the cords, to get really honest with yourself about what is actually supporting you and what is just familiar. And I know that can be hard. Especially if you are someone who hates conflict or who does not want to hurt anyone. But the Queen of Swords is reminding you that protecting your peace is not selfish, it is necessary, and the people who truly care about you will understand that. The ones who do not were never really for you anyway. This card is also about intellect and mental clarity, so if you have been feeling foggy or confused or like you cannot think straight, that is about to shift. The Queen of Swords is bringing you back to yourself. She is cutting through the noise and the opinions and the projections and showing you what is actually true. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it, and that is when everything changes. So when you put these two cards together, what you are looking at is a new beginning that is going to require both courage and clarity. You're going to need the boldness of the Knight to actually take the first step. And you're going to need the wisdom of the Queen to make sure you are stepping in the right direction. This is not about rushing into something without thinking, and it is not about overthinking until the opportunity passes you by. It is about finding that sweet spot in the middle where you trust yourself enough to move quickly but smartly. And I think for a lot of you, this new beginning is something you have been circling around for a while. You have been thinking about it, you have been researching it. You have been waiting for the right moment, and this combination is saying the right moment is now, not because everything is perfect, but because you are ready. You have the tools, you have the clarity, you have the courage. You just need to stop second-guessing yourself and go. And yeah, there is going to be some fear. There is always fear when you are doing something new, but these cards are reminding you that fear is not a stop sign. It is just information. It is just your nervous system trying to keep you safe, and you can acknowledge it without letting it control you. You can feel the fear and still move forward. That is what the Knight of Swords does. That is what the Queen of Swords teaches. And that is what you are being called to do right now. Okay, so let me give you some really practical guidance here. First, identify the one thing you have been avoiding or delaying. The thing that keeps coming up in your mind but you keep pushing it away. Write it down, say it out loud, just name it, because once you name it, it loses some of its power over you. Second, set a deadline, not a someday deadline, a real one. This week, this month, whatever feels challenging but doable. The Knight of Swords energy does not work without urgency. You need to create a container for yourself to actually move. And third, cut one thing that is draining your energy, one conversation you keep having that goes nowhere, one habit that is keeping you small, one commitment that does not actually matter to you. The Queen of Swords energy requires space, and you cannot step into something new if you are still holding on to everything old. So make room, be ruthless about it. You do not owe anyone an explanation, you just owe yourself the truth. And I want you to sit with these questions for a second. What would you do if you knew you could not fail? What would you say if you were not afraid of the reaction? What would you start if you trusted that you were ready right now? Just let those questions sit with you. You do not have to answer them out loud. You do not have to share them with anyone, but you do need to be honest with yourself, because the answers are going to show you exactly where this new beginning is trying to take you. So here is what I want you to know. You're more ready than you think you are. You're sharper than you give yourself credit for, and the opportunity in front of you is not going to wait forever. This is your moment to move with confidence and clarity. This is your moment to trust your own mind and your own voice. This is your moment to stop playing small and start taking up the space you were always meant to occupy. You are not going to regret moving too fast. You are going to regret waiting too long, so do not wait. Do not soften. Do not shrink. Just go. The universe is backing you. The cards are backing you. And honestly, you have always had everything you needed inside of you. You just needed permission to use it. So consider this your permission. If this is resonating, drop a sword emoji in the comments or just let me know what new beginning you're stepping into. I love seeing what lands for people. This is a collective reading. If this resonated, subscribe for more collective readings. If you made it to the end of this reading, you were meant to hear every word. Take what is for you and leave the rest behind. Anyone messaging you in my name asking for money is a scammer.